Hello and good morning from Disney's Animal Kingdom. Don't have time to talk right now. We're heading inside to ride Flight of Passage. It has been a long time since we've been to Disney's Animal Kingdom, but I got us some miracle last minute fast passes for Flight of Passage, which we are heading to ride right now. That's why this beginning part of the video is so abrupt and rapid, because we are just trying to make our way over to Pandora, the world of Avatar, to redeem that fast pass. We do have a 15-minute time frame after the fast pass ends to successfully make it over there and touch our magic bands. Are you excited to ride Flight of Passage again, Brennan?
I am. I'm just happy to be in Animal Kingdom.
I know, it's been so long. And here we are in the Valley of Moara, heading way over there to ride Flight of Passage. Man, I haven't been here in so long. It's so weird to be back, but it's very pleasant to be back, that's for sure. And it looks like with about 10 minutes to spare, we made it. And it's only an 80-minute wait for Flight of Passage. That's the lowest I think I've ever seen it since it opened. I was a little bit worried about making it on time, but it looks like we time managed just right. Now we can start our day with the best ride at Animal Kingdom, right? Wow, the standby line is almost completely non-existent inside. That's very weird. There's a very good reason why there's probably kind of a minimal line here, though.
So I want to thank Roy for snagging these fast passes. Thanks for getting us to start our day off like this.
It was clearly very last minute because we sprinted to the back of the park and drove straight here. So the reason why it's probably not that busy today at Animal Kingdom is because today's the opening day of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway over at Hollywood Studios, and it's also the opening day of Flower and Garden over at Epcot.
I forgot about Flower Garden.
So nobody's here at Animal Kingdom.
Woohoo!
Attention drivers, stow your gear on the back wall and then get onto the link chair the way we showed you in the video. Then put on your flight visors. For your safety, throughout this entire experience, remain seated. Lean forward, holding onto the hand grips, and supervise your children.
And we did it. We just rode Flight of Passage again for the first time in kind of a while. It's been definitely a bit, but it is still as magical and amazing as ever.
Now I want to go home and watch Titanic because of the music scores. They're just like the same.
Okay, so now we have a fast pass for Expedition Everest, and then later on today we have one for Dinosaur. I just tried to get the top rides that we just have not experienced here in a while, and I don't know, I'm excited. I already said this, but we have not been to Animal Kingdom in a long time, and we need to pay it the respect of a visit more often than we've done recently, so here we are. Alright, so we are now leaving Pandora and heading all the way over to our next fast pass, which is going to be in Asia for what, Brennan?
Everest!
That's right. So first I think we're actually going to swing by Starbucks to grab maybe a drink or two, which is kind of back over there behind that brush. So we're going to have to go all the way down here underneath the bridge and back across the bridge over there, and then back to Starbucks, and then on to Asia for Everest. It's also been a bit since we've done Festival of the Lion King. Everything at Animal Kingdom is just so refreshed because we haven't been here in so long, so we'll see where we end up today and what we end up doing. So we just stopped by Starbucks, and Brennan and myself both got a pink drink.
Yay!
This is like one of my new favorite things to get. And then also,
I didn't realize how tasty it was going to be.
it is so tasty and refreshing, and it's caffeinated. Right over there is Turk from Tarzan, and there's nobody in line, so we got a picture with Turk. Hooray!
Yeah.
One other thing, I thought we had an Everest Fast Pass. We don't. We have a Dinosaur Fast Pass, so we have to go over there right now, back where we came from. It's funny because I had to fight for fast passes today. I had to refresh non-stop just to get some of the more, I guess, popular fast passes so that we could actually do something today, but there's really not a lot of people here. So where is everybody? Probably at Epcot and Hollywood Studios, like I said earlier. We're heading into Dinoland right now, and there goes Kevin. What a beautiful lady she is. Okay, and a very brisk walk later, we made it over to Dinosaur. Let's see, it looks like it doesn't have that long of a wait, but there are a lot of people heading over here. So I'm glad we have a fast pass. There are a lot of fast pass people heading inside right now and no standby at all. So that's fun.
Excited. It still like excites me.
This ride excites you? Just because you don't know the layout of it and everything surprises you about it, probably?
No, but I always like fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like it a lot too. Wow, yeah, there's really nobody in standby at all. Brennan, when you ride this, do you mentally compare it to Indiana Jones at all?
A little bit. Usually when you go around that like looping, that's where I'm like, oh.
Indiana Jones. I try to separate them as much as possible in my head because they're so different. They're pretty identical in the ride track layout, but as far as the content of the ride, completely different, and I try to respect it as such.
They're not gonna make it! They're not gonna make it!
Mission accomplished.
Woohoo! We did it! And I saw something on that ride that I have never seen before, and I'm gonna talk about it in just a second. First, I gotta say hello to my favorite little guy right here. Good to see you there, buddy. So I've ridden that ride so many times. I've seen pictures of what I'm about to tell you about, but I've never seen it in person.
Oh, so much hype.
So I probably did kind of hype it up a little bit too much, but the final Carnotaurus on that ride, the one that they take your picture at when he roars at you, if you look to the left, there's a second Carnotaurus just in the shadows right there next to the main one. And I think what's scariest about that is that it's just there. It's not utilized at all, it doesn't move, and I'm pretty sure it's for if the main Carnotaurus, if that one doesn't work, that's kind of the backup Carnotaurus. But when the light flashes just right and you can just see this immobile, giant, terrifying dinosaur right there next to you, that's scarier than the main one, I think.
Yeah.
Primeval World is still seasonal in Animal Kingdom, which is super sad. I was one of the people that actually enjoyed it. It was still very scary, not my favorite ride at Disney, but it was still kind of fun to ride every now and then. So now we are finally heading over to Expedition Everest. Okay, we made it over to Asia. There's Expedition Everest looming in the distance. This is our third FastPass of the day. We got through these really fast, and after we ride this, we're gonna go grab some lunch, and we have a couple ideas as to where we'd like to go. So we're a little bit early for our FastPass, so we stopped off right over here at the Thirsty River Bar, which I don't think we've ever stopped off at before, and I got this drink right here, which I forget the name of, but it had Dragonfire Spirit, it had mango puree and pineapple juice in it, and it's very refreshing on a hot day. It's almost in the 90s today comparatively to the 50s that it was in a few days ago. But yeah, it's very good. It's a nice little frozen drink, and again, we've never stopped off over there before, so it was nice just to check it out and try it out once. But now, it's time for our FastPass, hooray! Now I have to chug this in like 3 minutes.
The puree in that tastes really fresh, wow.
The FastPass line's a little bit backed up for Expedition Everest, which I'm not mad about because it gives me a little bit more time to polish this off. Okay, so here we are on Expedition Everest. We are sitting in the very back row, which, ouch!
I've never sat in the back before.
Right? That hurt. This is kind of cool, sitting in the back, right? You ready for this?
Ready!
Yay! This part is a little bit less climactic, sitting all the way in the back here. But here we go. Whoa! Wait a minute! Whew! Okay. All done.
Like,
Riding Everest.
that was fun.
Very different experience. Riding into the back, it's a lot faster back here for sure, right? Oh! That happens too. Okay, so we're off of Everest, and our plan now is to head over to the Yak and Yeti restaurant. I tried to get reservations online, but there weren't any available, so maybe they're taking walk-ins. If they are not, then we have a backup plan, but ideally we'd like to go there because it's one of our favorite restaurants on Walt Disney World property. Right there's the main Yak and Yeti restaurant. This is kind of the quick service over here. So we'll see how busy they are inside. It doesn't really seem that busy outside. We might get lucky. So unfortunately, it was about an hour wait for Yak and Yeti. So we are electing to do our plan B, which is gonna be back over here in Africa, which we've also, well not also, we've never eaten over here. This was actually something that I've been wanting to try over here. You'll see in just a second. So the place that I'm talking about is the Harambe Market. This is over here in Africa. The safaris back there, the Kilimanjaro safaris, and this is the train to Rafiki's Planet Watch. We've never eaten here before. We've walked by it quite a lot, but never really stopped to check out what they have and tried it out. So it's a little bit confusing because there are a bunch of windows. There goes the train right over there for Rafiki's Planet Watch, and this is the menu, I'm pretty positive, for all the windows. I think they sell the same thing. So I think I may get this ribs bowl here and compare that to Regal Eagle, and then Brennan was looking at this chicken gyro, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see how that is. Again, just excited to try something new and see how it is. Maybe we'll come back. Brennan just ordered right over there. This is where we're gonna pick up our food. And right over here, this is the Your Most Beautiful Disney wall that I don't think we've ever actually come over and checked out or taken a picture with, this is where it is. Okay, so those are the ribs, and then here's Brennan's chicken gyro, and we are sitting right over here by the fence to watch the train come all the way back from Rafiki's Planet Watch. I've always wanted to sit here and watch the train go by. Here comes another train! Such a unique perspective on this train. It's pretty cool. It's a lot longer than I remember it being. Wow. Hello. And there's the station just right next to us, right over there. So we're all done with the lunch and we're actually heading over to catch the train over to Rafiki's Planet Watch, and I showed the other wall back there, the You Are the Most Beautiful wall, and this is the Bitch wall, Mickey Mouse wall. So there's two walls over here by the Harambe Market, and then there's also this. This is kind of cool, that's new. Okay, here we go, heading off to Rafiki's Planet Watch to do the animation drawing class that they still have there apparently, which is cool because I love the Disney animation drawing classes. They're one of my favorite things to do. Looks like the train just arrived. All right, so here we go, heading off towards Rafiki's Planet Watch. We haven't been here in months, so it's gonna be fun to check it out again.
We are now approaching Conservation Station at Rafiki's Planet Watch. For your safety and the safety of those around you, please sit all the way back against the bench and avoid leaning out toward the railing.
Jumbo friends, we are now arriving at Rafiki's Planet Watch, where we have the animation experience, our affection section, petting zoo, and our animal hospital and science center.
Okay, and we are the first ones off the train heading towards Rafiki's Planet Watch. We have to go down this path kind of a ways to get back there, but it is very pleasant comparatively with the rest of the theme park. And we did it. We made it to Rafiki's Planet Watch. I'm pretty sure we now enter through the back over there to get to the animation experience. So I got us a FastPass for the next drawing class, so we're gonna kill a little time in here in the petting zoo, the affection section. Okay, so we're about to head back inside here in just a second. We just wanted to walk outside and hang out with the goats a little bit, and the sheep. But our FastPass is about to start here in just a minute, and I'm excited to draw a Disney character. Whenever you go into the affection section, you always have to wash your hands on the way out to prevent the spread of germs, which is probably smarter now more than ever. Okay, we just picked up our papers and pencils for this animation class. We are going to be drawing Ed from The Lion King. Neat. Okay, so we're just a couple minutes away from starting the animation experience. We are sitting at the very, very end of the entire row. So, I don't know, I'm excited. This was very hard to like try to film and then follow along as far as the animation went, because they sit right over there and they kind of show you what they're doing right here. So I may not really film a lot, but I'll show you what it looks like when we're over. When it's done, I guess. All right, and we are all done drawing Ed from The Lion King. This was my drawing right here, and then that is Brennan's right there. I think they turned out pretty good. Okay, so now we are heading back towards the train to head back over towards Harambe, and I think we are heading out of the park after this. I think this was kind of the last thing that we wanted to do today. Didn't know that we wanted to do it, didn't really have plans to do it, but I'm glad that we did.
That's the fun of the day. It was just we actually didn't come here with an agenda.
Exactly.
Other than the FastPasses we had.
And we're leaving with a free souvenir. Okay, it looks like the train is still here. I wonder if we're gonna make it, if we're gonna have to wait for the next one. All right, we got on the train just in time. We are leaving the conservation station and heading back over to Harambe.
We are now approaching the Harambe train station. For your safety and the safety of those around you, please sit all the way back against the bench and avoid leaning out toward the railing. Remain seated.
That's where we had lunch. Right there.
Cool.
And here we are, back in Harambe. That was nice, a little 2-minute ride all the way over here. So now it's time to head back to the front of the park, back through the parking lot to our car. This was a super successful fun day at Animal Kingdom today. So we are gonna walk through the Discovery Island trails on our way out of the park because it's a very short trail and we should end up over by Stuff to Be a Bug. And then we can kind of head up from there, but this is so rarely open that it's just kind of nice to make our way over here. It's just so beautiful over here. We get to go underneath the Tree of Life, which is always pleasant, and not a lot of people come over here to check out this trail. I don't even think we've come this way before. We always go in the opposite direction, but here we are underneath the beautiful Tree of Life. The weather right now is actually really pleasant. It was supposed to be like in the 80s, high 80s, low 90s, but it's kind of very temperate. Okay, we just passed underneath the Tree of Life, and here we are on the other side of the Discovery Island trails. There's the line for Tough to Be a Bug. Wasn't this pleasant?
Yeah.
Well, until next time, Animal Kingdom, we will see you soon. Man, I'm glad we got to come by today. All right, so we're back at the parking lot heading back to the car. Did you have a favorite moment from today?
Ooh.
Mine was probably the drawing class again. The animation experience is always one of my favorites at any Disney park whenever they do that.
Probably just Dinosaur to me. Like, we never get to go on Dinosaur, and I always have so much fun.
It is fun because I think it's one of those rides that you still don't exactly know what's coming, which direction that you're going to be turning. Did we walk past the car?
Not
We're over here somewhere.
yet. Over there.
There we are. Cool. And I don't know, getting to do Flight of Passage, fast
Yeah.
passing that is always
'Cause that was
an
only
absolute blast.
the second time I've been able to use the FastPass line for that, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
You get to go with your family all the time.
Whoops.
I always have
Speaking
to
of which,
work.
they are coming back in a couple weeks, so we'll see if we get to do that. It was cool getting to go to Animal Kingdom again for the first time just in a while, and I know I
just
said this a lot.
randomly.
Yeah, getting to do a lot of the stuff that we have not done in a while, and on a day where everybody is everywhere else,
Yeah.
right? Everybody's over at Hollywood Studios for Runaway Railway, or they're over at Epcot for the Flower and Garden Festival, but we came here, right?
Yeah.
High five. Disney vlogger, take that.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see you soon. Have a good day, and goodbye.
Bye.